What is up, YouTube? MQ40 here. We are here with Lund.
Lundrity.
So what'd you do today, Lund?
I got second place at the 5th LCS with Megalith.
Out of how many people?
It was 100. Not the biggest one, but there's still a lot of good players there.
Yeah, considering the fact that you got to compete at the top of the tables, you got people to rage on the internet, by the way, about Megalith being one of the decks that should be the reason why Block Dragon gets banned, by the way. So, tell me, why Megalith?
I picked Megaliths because I like ritual decks and I like Megaliths. They're not the best deck, but I mean, they're pretty solid. Also, nobody knows what any of the Megalith cards do, so that was to my advantage. And it showed in the tournament because everyone just hand trapped my deck wrong.
Yeah, most of the matches that we've done commentary on or looked at, most people really will just shoot at the wrong thing, and it's rather amazing, right? Like, what would you say is the weakest point in the deck, like when you're comboing?
Stopping me from getting the Block Dragon, Gallon Granite. That's pretty important to stop, I think.
As soon as that Block Dragon resolves, though, you're pretty much going to win town. I've noticed.
Yeah.
All right, so let's walk through your deck, and then we'll talk about some of your matchups here. You know, give me the fresh TLDR here on some of your card choices.
Alright, so I guess I'll start with the Megalith monsters. I played 3 of the Megalith Haggith and 3 of the Ophiel. Those are the level 4s. They're pretty solid. On summon, they each add a card from your deck to your hand, and they're not once per turn. So you can just add multiple cards during the turn with the cards. I played two of the Megalith Aerotron, 2 Megalith Bethor, and 1 Megalith Phaleg. Those are level 8s, and they have an effect in their hand which lets you virtual summon basically. So it's a decent extender. And Bethor can be disruption during your opponent's turn. It's a pops multiple cards.
Yeah, I've seen you do some really crazy things with Bethor through the opponent's turn, especially going first for interruption plays. It's actually crazy.
Yeah, and I played 3 full, which is the new Megalith from Rise of the Duelist, which does a lot for the deck.
A lot? You mean it does everything for the deck that you've ever wanted?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Alright. Oh, yeah, you're playing the one Ock, right? Or Oak?
Yeah, I'm playing 1 Ock. I'm just playing 1 because you needed to summon Chaos Max in your opponent's turn. But I didn't want to play more than that because, summoning it, if you're not summoning Chaos Max, doesn't really do anything. Because its on summon effect is just to draw 1, discard 1. So, it's kind of
What would you drop for the second one?
nothing. I wouldn't play a second one, period.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then the rest of the deck is just ritual, ritual starters, ritual consistency cards. I played the incantations because they're really good. They just generate a ton of advantage, especially the spell Incantation Inception. 3 extra Foolish Burial, which sends Herald of the Arclight to search any ritual card. 3 Preparation of Rites, searches your Child Slime, your low-level Megaliths. So that's also a good card. And then Manju and Senju as my normal summons, which also search all of your ritual cards as well.
I see you were playing Gamma and Driver for this event. What made you go towards those as hand traps?
So Megaliths can't really afford to run a lot of hand traps in the deck. But Gamma's just really good in every matchup, to be honest. And also for one of my combos, I use a level 2 tuner to summon off Needle Fiber.
Mm-hmm.
So Gamma also functions as that as well, a combo piece, which is pretty decent.
Oh yeah, for so you make the Needle Fiber, you bring out the for the Hot Red Calamity, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good consistency buff there. You ever felt like you wanted more than one Adamantipator Researcher?
No, it's not good to draw. It's
It's
not good to draw unless.
Its only existence in the deck is just to be an extender, right?
Yeah, it's something to search off Block Dragon, and to use to go into Needle Fiber, but you don't want to draw it because it's not a card that helps you ritual summon. You only want to draw cards that help you ritual summon.
As is the whole purpose of the deck. right?
Yep.
All right, let's talk about your extra deck down here. Anything really out of the ordinary that new Megalith players might be questioning?
So the main guy I was trying to summon was Hot Red Dragon Archfiend King Calamity. And that guy has an effect that says, when it's synchro summoned for the rest of the turn, your opponent cannot activate cards, and cards they control cannot activate their effects. So summoning it is pretty much an auto win. So I was going for that. Like, the rest of the extra deck is just utility or, like, cards for the combo, so...
Did Intest come up for your Dogmatica matchup at all?
I got Maximus, hit by Maximus once, but I didn't, I just sent 2 Herald of the Arclights instead of Entity.
Oh, that's
So it
fair.
didn't come up. But Entity can also be used for extra Foolish Burial as a way to, like, pop your opponent's card, which did come up once.
Huh, okay. Alright, so extra deck's pretty standard outside of everything then. Is there anything in here you'd want to change?
And the extra deck, the extra deck, I think it's pretty good. I think arguably the Slimer Phoenix could be something else. Well, like, maybe a Cerberus or something, but I think everything else is, like, mandatory, to be honest.
Okay, alright, let's talk about your side deck for your matchups here. How did what come up?
So versus, like, Adamantipator and Dragon Link, I sided Spear Mode and Dark Ruler. Versus combo decks, versus, like, some of the Eldlik variants. Not Synchro, but some of the other ones. I sided, like, Evenly Matched Red Reboot. XYZ Encore was for Numeron, but I faced 0 Numeron decks in the tournament. And there were
Really?
barely any Numeron players there. Yeah, there were barely any Numeron players in the tournament, so...
Is that just like
XYZ Encore.
is that just like a metagame shift, do you think? Or like you think the Numeron
Yeah.
engine's not that good anymore?
I think it's a lot of players didn't think it was good, so they didn't play it, and they thought the new decks were just better.
Ooh,
So
okay.
the Encore was, like, really dead. Like a bad call on my part. Same thing with the Ogre. The Ogre was dead because of that as well.
What would you replace the ogres with?
I think it's worth maybe trying out the Edco Gizmek. The one that can summon the barrier statue. Because that's okay in the Infernoble Knight matchup.
What'd you board for your Infernoble matchup? Just Sphere Modes and Dark Road?
So, it's funny because Infernoble is, I think, this deck's hardest matchup. So I just decided, and, like, there wasn't anything great for the matchup besides, like, the best option was, like, Gizmek, but I didn't have the space for it. So I wanted to run Encore instead. So I just, there's nothing else good for it, so I decided to just scrap the matchup completely and just leave it up to dice roll. Which I did win my dice rolls versus the deck, so outplayed.
Okay. give me your match rundown of the weekend, will you?
Round 1 I played versus Sky Striker. Round 2 Invoke Dogma. Round 3 Eldlik Synchro Dogma. Round 4 and Round 5 I played versus Infernoble Knights. Round 6 Adamantipator, and Round 7 Dragon Link, which is where I got my first loss. In top 8 I played Eldlik Dogma, not Synchro, just like pure Eldlik Dogma. Top 4 I played versus Eldlik Synchro Dogma. In the finals I played versus the same Dragon Link player I played in Round 7, and I lost.
Is there anything about the matchups that you found challenging throughout the course of the day besides, winning key dice rolls?
I did win most of my dice rolls, but not really. I think Infernoble Knight matchup, like I said, it was super hard. That was like just pure dice roll, but everything else, fine.
Okay. Going forward, any advice that you have to people that are, one, going to try to net deck your Megalith deck? Any advice to new people that want to try out the strategy?
Yeah, I didn't pick it up because I thought it was good, so if you're picking this deck because you think it's like a good meta call, I wouldn't. I just played it because I enjoy ritual decks.
I believe you said that Megaliths were going to be the best deck of 2020, and that no one was going to be able to prove you wrong.
That may or may not have been said.
And you were also going to get to 4,000 DB rating on release of Fool. Was also said.
I think my dueling book might have broke or something, I don't know.
Of course. The deck only gets better with the release of Diviner at some point, right?
Yeah, Diviner's really good. It's a tuner, so it makes going into Neofiber super easily. But unfortunately, there's no ETA for when we're going to get that in TCG.
Alright. Any other final words of wisdom?
No, not really.
Man, you are truly a man of few words, Lund. Alright, guys. Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think about Lund's profile. Very good words of wisdom from the man himself. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. Alright, guys, we're out. Peace. Thank you, patrons, for making the ride never truly end. Without you guys' support, well, I would probably be doing Truffle Shuffle videos for a living. Guys, please check out VanCole40 for all of your Cardfight Vanguard content brought to you by MCole40. And if you are looking to pick up singles, check out mcolegames.com for your trading card game needs. Thanks for watching, everybody.